It is 6:33. I've been awake since 4:40 and we are going to Monster Mania. And it's a Dexter reunion and Michael C. Hall will be there and all the great ones, so let's do this. We're home and I didn't vlog at all. I intended to, but it was insanity. It was pure insanity. We were able to meet Michael C. Hall, Jennifer Carpenter, David Zayas, C.S. Lee, Eric, who is Dokes, I can't remember his last name, and it was a blast. But it was insanity, like insanity. I'll probably properly update later, but it was amazing. I had fun. Oh, itchy. Today was my 13th month anniversary with Joseph, so it was a perfect anniversary, but I'll update later. I am tired. Well, obviously I am in different outfit and look like crap because it's early in the morning. It's several days later. Oof. Maybe I should fix this. So hold on. Okay, that's better. I put on some makeup and a face. Excuse the bad camera angle and shadow. Anyway, so Monster Mania, this has nothing to do with anything negative, and I'm not gonna like talk poorly about the event, but any gripes that I do have was just that it was chaos, and it's not due to one thing in particular, except my hair's being weird, sorry. It's not due to anything particular except, you know, there was a lot of people there and the staff was told one thing and then another, and you know, there was just confusion everywhere. So we got there very early and we got into line to get our wristbands, to then go into another line to get a ticket as a placeholder for Michael C. Hall for his autograph. It was rainy, it was cold, it was miserable out, but I had to wait at least an hour out there. It could have been longer. I don't really know because I didn't really like keep track of it because I was just more excited of the fact that, you know, I was there. Once you got your raffle ticket, you were able to go about your day and do whatever, and they had a monitor that they were doing numbers on, like from this number to this number. You can go back and wait again, but this time the line was inside, you know, instead of outside. It was snowing, it was like sleeting, it was just bad out, it was cold, it was windy, it was rainy. So this also prevented the wait outside, which is sometimes what happens at Monster Mania for the headliners. You know, you have to wait in a line and sometimes the line goes outside. So this was awesome that you didn't have to do that. Once we got in, we walked around for a moment and then we went into the one pavilion area that has everyone from Dexter minus Michael C. Hall. That was confusion too because there was a line in the hallway inside pulling so many people at a time to meet certain cast members. So we weren't really aware of that at the time. So I was able to meet C.S. Lee. I just walked up into his line. who was sweet. He was amazing. He wrote "lookin' sexy" on the autograph, which was, it was just fun. He liked my dress and said that I looked pretty. He wasn't long to wait for. 10 minutes maybe. There wasn't a lot of people in line for him. Then I went over to meet Eric, aka Dokes, and we kind of got in line, but we had to tell the person who was cutting off the line that we were told that, you know, there was no line for him because somebody told Joseph, you know, there's no more wait for him. So they let us in. We waited maybe 20 minutes, if that. He was awesome. You could pay extra to have the popular phrase, "surprise motherfucker." And, you know, he was just happy, like, very polite. Just watching him with other people, he was just really sweet. And it's funny because he's all smiles, and he was such an aggressive, like, character, and so serious and like determined to you know, find out what's going on. And you meet him in real life, like, you know, him, not Dokes, and he was just awesome. I got the infamous scene where he says it for the first time, and he actually wrote "surprise motherfucker" on my autograph, which I did not ask for. But he was very sweet about it. He also liked my dress, and I told him how I did not wear my heels, which were blood splatter, because I was like, the weather's too bad. And he was like, "dressing for comfort, I like that." So that was cool. And you know, he was just really sweet. Then went into the line to meet David Zayas, right? Yeah. And he was a bit of a wait, maybe 35 minutes maybe. Can't remember. He had a lot of people in line. He was fun. He was very, very sweet. My interaction with him was a little caught off guard because I was not expecting him to be a little intense and a little flirty. And he also wrote on my on his autograph, he put "La Pasión," or "Passion," or however he said it, because I can't speak Spanish and I can't attempt to, but you remember the episode where he talks to Dexter about that. He wrote that on that, and he was just, he was sweet. He was really, 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 really sweet, and it was just so surprising because I did not expect our exchange to be a bit like that. Not that I'm bragging or complaining or anything. It was just like surprising because, like, you know, I was not expecting it. So then the next person was Jennifer Carpenter, which we actually had to go in the hallway and wait in line for. And there was confusion with that. They, you know, luckily Joseph spoke up and said something, because they were putting people in a line for her that would have been, they would have gone ahead of us even though we were already there. It was just a nightmare. I'd say we waited over 40 minutes for her, which was worth it. I met her before in 2017, and I met her again, and she was just as sweet. She took pictures, and she was like just really kind. She told me that she wished that she wore her Docs that day because I had boots on, and she also liked my dress. Like, everyone liked my dress. I thought I was going to be original with the dress, but apparently everybody else had that same dress too. But I mean, it was just fun. She was very nice, and she didn't personalize anything. She did put a smiley face though. But she was very sweet. So after that, we found out that our ticket range was called. So I would say we, from the time we got there to getting through all the autographs in the one room, and I did not get James Remar, which is Dexter's dad. I didn't get his autograph because we didn't have time. So we get taken upstairs to a room, a conference room, where we sat for like 2 hours waiting. There was a strict policy that he does not do selfies at the table. He does not do quotes. He would, you know, personalize it to whomever, and he was not supposed to sign Dexter, but he did. He was doing that. But he, you know, he did Michael C. Hall. So we were told many times, you know, no cameras, no cell phones, nothing out. Don't have it out when you're in the room. And we were told that they're just trying to push through people to get people in, because there was hundreds of people to see him, like a couple hundred. And he had, you know, photo ops, and he had signatures, he had a lunch, you know, like he was doing a lot of stuff. So we got stuck in this room. They put on an old cartoons and movies, just like to keep us occupied. And the wait seemed to be forever, but it was so exciting. Like, so they finally take us, you know, they took us like 10 at a time, and it was our turn, and I was getting giddy. I was like, oh my god, he's right there. Meanwhile, I've already met him, and I saw him on Broadway, so it's not like it was my first time meeting him, but this was a first, like, official, like, I went here to meet him, whereas before I didn't realize I was gonna meet him when I did. So, you know, like, it was totally different circumstances, and I got a little giddy, and I had him sign the bottom of my picture in red. Everybody used black, so I thought the red was perfect. I told him how I love Dexter, but I have a special place for him as Hedwig, because Hedwig, I'm a big Hedwig fan. I mean, I made a video about Hedwig and seeing Hedwig, you know, and my anxiety and how that helped me think of that show, you know, whenever I was having issues. So I told him that, and I think it caught him off guard a little bit, and because, you know, he was like, oh yeah, you know, Hedwig's such a different character, and it was so much fun. And, you know, and Joseph asked him about their band, and if they're going to be touring more, and if they're going to be doing, like, other places. And it was just an overall, like, he just seemed so pleasant and happy. Like, I really wish I could have gotten, like, a selfie with him, but, you know, rules are rules. So after waiting a couple hours for him, meeting him, it was just amazing. I was so happy. I got the signatures I wanted. I, you know, accomplished what I was to get. But then there was the professional photo op. Michael C. Hall was only doing photos through the professional photo op, so you could get one with him, or him and Deb, or the whole group. So we got the whole group, Joseph and I. So we had a little bit of time to kill. We were able to get food, which was very delicious. We got blood splatter analyst drinks, because their drinks were themed to Dexter, which was great. It was all delicious, very good. And then we walked around the vendor room for a bit, and I ran into some friends. I visited the Wicked Cottage, and got some things from her, and I got Joseph a Hellraiser long sleeve t-shirt, and he got me the Addams Family Living Dead doll, so we were able to have some fun and shop. And then it came down to the photo op, and the photo op line was insane. Like, it was just kind of weird. They had, like, literally, you waited, they pulled you in, you sat down in chairs, you had to sit in chairs, and they do 1, 2, 3, snap, and then you left. You couldn't interact with them. You couldn't, like, have time with them. I mean, I'm sure you could have, like, extended it by a few seconds, but they were just pushing people through. So it was very impersonal, but the picture turned out great. I love it. Everybody looked so happy to be there. I mean, we looked happy to be there. So, I mean, it worked well. The photo op was great. I'm not displeased with this, you know, the interaction. I was very pleased with the whole thing, no matter how impersonal some parts of it felt. I mean, it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And to top it off, it was our 13-month anniversary. This was perfect, like Lucky 13 with Dexter at a horror convention. Joseph had never been to that location before. I've been there several times, so it was like going to a familiar place that was lots of fun. So, you know, it was good. And after we got the photo op with the gang, we got our photos, and he got a digital copy, and he got an extra one for us, so we both have our own photos. Then it was time to leave. Which is good that we left when we did, because it was crappy out, you know, the weather was crappy, it was cold, you know. If we left any later, the roads could have iced up, you know, and it was snowing here, so we got more snow here than in Jersey. Jersey, it snowed, but it didn't stick, whereas here, it did. So we drove 122 miles up and 122 miles back. It was amazing. I had so much fun. I really wish I could have vlogged more, but I couldn't, because a lot of it was in lines, and I didn't want to be that one obnoxious person with a camera out. Plus, there wasn't really much to say or show. I could have done the vendor's room, but it was so packed. There was so many people in there, you know, like, and I didn't want to be in the way. I mean, I know I've done Monster Mania on my videos a couple times, and I was able to do it, but like, this was an event for him and I was just like, I had a mission, I had to accomplish it, and it was to meet the cast of Dexter, and it was so great. It was so much fun. I loved it. That's gonna be our big hurrah for the year as far as like conventions go. I don't think we're gonna go to any of the other ones this year, because I'm gonna be undergoing massive oral surgery, and it's expensive, so I got to be mindful with where I spend my money and what I do. So as that being the only convention for the year, I am totally content and happy with that. I had a blast, and it was amazing, and one of my favorite days ever. I mean, Joseph and I binged New Blood together. I mean, we both love Dexter in general, and I remember we've had conversations online long before we even dated about Dexter, so it was just a very special moment for us and very memorable, and I just loved it. So yeah, that was my time at Monster Mania. Sorry for like the weird vlog, because I did take some video, and you know, this is what you get. So enjoy whatever. I hope you enjoyed. This is me being very awkward, because I don't really know what to say now, because it's been forever since I've done vlogging, and I'm gonna probably edit this before I edit everything else, but I have like a full year worth of videos to edit too. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you went to Monster Mania, who did you meet? How was your experience? If you could, you know, do it over again, would you? Like, and would you do it differently? Would you get there earlier? Would you, you know, stayed later? You know, just comment down below. Even in general, just say something very random. If you made it to this part of the video, what's your favorite ice cream? Alright guys, it was nice. I'm sure I'll see you next time.